Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Personal, and today we're doing a quick look at Tiny Autonite. I was given a basic code for the closed beta by the developers, so thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. And I've kind of had like a quick game to try everything out, to kind of get a good feel for it, so we can kind of go through, explain it. Thought I'd do the game a bit more justice than just a first raw experience, because there's quite a lot to this game, and I will admit, it kind of really does hit home a little bit with all the kind of Pictos graphic style from my nostalgia days as such and things like that as well. So, little close tutorials, we've already done all that stuff and things. So, very similar to a lot of the other sort of auto battles, except you do it by a square grid. And essentially everything goes down the list of the columns, and pretty much then you have your things. So basically think for battles, they start on the right hand side and go downwards. The next rows don't get to attack, they just only the front ones do, is pretty much how it works. And all the little things will have extra effects they can do to either generate more value, do other things, and, you know, just be entertaining. And what we're going to do here is we're going to buy some stuff to start with and just go from there. So we are now all filled up. Do we want to put this one here so we have someone attacking there and do that one there? So yeah, the main thing we're going to be focusing on is just going through the motions as such. I'm going to reroll here, see what else we can get. Could buy that, could lock that in. So we locked that in by just selecting the bench there so they can go and stay. Warrior would seem interesting, but no, and I'm not too sure on the Toadstool, but it is something that's quite useful to have some extra HP sometimes. So let's just jump into the first fight and see how we do. I'm going to go through and explain some of the things as they go through. So each minion has their abilities, you do fights, and you can win, lose fights depending on what happens. As we lost our fight there. So, ooh, we get an upgrade. So, unit-wise, we have a skeleton here. Start a battle, it deals 1 damage to the lowest health enemy. And this repeats basically 1, 2, or 3 times based upon their level. So, levels, usual same thing. Get 3 of something and they evolve into the next version. You don't need to get, like, 2 level 2s or 2 level 3s to do it. You just need to get 3 the first one, gets to level 2, then 3 more into level 3. And then it maxes out, which is kind of nice. Makes it a lot more simpler. There is no storage mechanic, as far as I can tell, in sort of like keeping hold of stuff back again. Not too sure if that is, and I haven't seen be able to upgrade, like extend these out to have more. Not too sure if that is a thing also. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and upgrade all my stuff first, because I think that is a good idea. We're going to get rid of the mushroom now. Don't think that's needed for the meantime. Ooh. Get that guy level up. And when you get level ups, you get a nice reward bonus. So there are reasons to keep doing that. So we can remove negative debuffs. We can basically apply this to any character as well. So leveling up characters actually becomes kind of important. And we can either give them more attack and health, or we just get more gold. I'm going to take the gold here because I feel like that is just really useful. And we're going to chuck that in there as well. I even have some background music issues, maybe? Is that just me? That might just be me. Oh well, we'll have to do it without there, but yeah. Don't know if there's meant to be some audio on there. I might message back about that as a bit of an issue. Give 1 freezing stack, and it consumes the 3 stacks to give a target the freeze effect. So that's kind of cool if we want to use that as well. I think I do, and I think we'll give that to the skeleton, because applying that would be quite nice. And, an ally summoned to give them a +1 attack. That seems pretty good. We'll buy that. So we want to put this guy here, because it'll give him extra bonuses for the health-wise as well. And actually just put him there at the front. So we're just trying to lay out. Your gold doesn't carry over between rounds, which is one thing to watch out for. So you got the number of wins that you have, which is kind of nice to keep a hold of. You have your health, you have the rounds that you played, and the amount of units you can have as well. There we go, we now have a nice win there. Wasn't really paying attention to it. So your hero slots, which can be placed anywhere, which is kind of nice. And then the coins that you get every round to spend on stuff. So it is kind of like, spend them all if you can do, even if to reroll, because it is going to be worth it in the long run. Now, we'll probably increase the animation speed which would be nice as well. So, but yeah, there's things that you want to do and kind of focus on while going through all of this. Ooh, what's that? Each turn, give 1 below plus extra 1 health and attack. Interesting. Cleric. That could be a thing I want to buy. If I do buy, I can upgrade the thing. So I want to do that. So that and that can go there. So this guy gets a big buff. Go attack, gold, or get the recleanse. I take the gold. We're going to move this to there. We're going to buy the cleric and put the cleric there. So he gets summoned. He's going to get an attack for that, which is kind of nice. And then the knight is going to get the bonuses at the end of the turn. So +1/+1 when it goes down below. And maybe we can have like a super knight. I don't know if that's worth it, but that's what we might go for. Let's reroll these again. Can we get another purchase? We can. We will get this one because that's an upgrade. So you might as well do that. So we can give someone some thorns, which basically they consume the stack when they deal get damage done to them. So deal 1 damage to attacking, then lose the stack of thorns. Get gold or get attack. I'm going to get some attack, and we're going to buff up the knight with some attack, I think. Yeah, we'll buff the knight up. And I will keep that there. We don't care about the dwarf. And yeah. So, one of the things I want to focus on when it comes down to the order and stuff is everything goes from top to bottom, as I said before. And the other thing to be aware of is if the row is clear, your minions will always attack the row across from them, basically. It'll attack the next row down, I assume, or just like another free row. I don't know if it's random or it goes just to the next nearest row, if it is, or focuses down. I haven't figured that out yet. But with that, if you attack a different row, you take no damage. If you attack the same row, you take damage in return for attacking. So it's something to kind of be aware of while you're kind of planning stuff out, right? Which is kind of interesting. It is actually kind of interesting. So we're just going to kind of like focus on that. We're going to go for a fight now. So let's go. All of this is done in very similar places as to the what's the game? I think Backpack Heroes. If you have heard of that game or played it in the past. Basically round-based against other people that have set up within the same area as you between that game. Very similar to the Bazaar, if you played that game before as well. So it kind of really springs to me in a very particular way. Do we want to put this down now? Having that there would be a good idea. We can swap that guy out and then, yeah, I think that's good. Having someone with some defense and stuff would be kind of cool. Plus he gets attack and stuff, so all the more reason. Ooh, we get a full upgrade on that guy. We'll buy that. Another level up. I'm going to take the gold here, I think. Should I take the gold? Now let's get some more health and attack. To the knight. And then buff this guy up. But yeah. They get their buffs and stuff. Like, a bit slow on that. But yeah, you can see they kind of like take their turns and stuff and go through them all. And my knight is actually pretty strong, so he will not survive the next hit, but they should... Oh no, they do survive. Interesting. And we won. I'm not really following the auto battler actual feature yet. I'm kind of losing it. Now it gets to a certain point where we can start looking at getting more rarer selections. So as you progress through, the later you get onto the game, the more rare ones you get. This is your rarity chances that increase each round. And they all have like different effects and stuff, which is kind of cool. The Guardian seems kind of cool. Mercenary would be there. I'm going to put the Guardian up here. Oh, I have no spaces. I'll buy a space them. So all of these now will get extra armor when that happens. And like him, will also get armor at the start of the battle. So this is kind of a cool setup. We'll reroll again. So you can get something interesting here. We can lock that in. Start trying to give health to everything in the same row. The Adventurer. I kind of like that idea. Let's lock both of those in. Because giving extra health, I could probably give it to like the Knight as well. And then like, say, the Golem. And then hopefully they'll just survive lots of stuff. That would be kind of cool. And maybe go for like a Survivor build. But yeah. At the moment, this is in a closed beta. if you do kind of like this idea, I recommend wishlisting it on Steam as well. I think the developers have done a great job with just like the general aesthetic of this, and like the whole sort of strategic play as well kind of has a really good feel with it. I think it's kind of really interesting. One of the things I want to show, just on like the general care that kind of shows into the game and understanding the more complex stuff on this, is the tooltips. So as you saw there, the tooltip comes up with a little timer in that top right hand corner when you hover over it. If you leave it, it locks itself in. So then I can go to it, at which point then I can find out what all these effects do, which is kind of cool. And then between that, I can just keep going through them all, which is really cool. And I like that idea. Like, it just allows you to explain everything, even if you don't follow a tutorial. You can get a really good grasp of like what the game is trying to do, and also what it's trying to show you. And we can sell stuff back if we need to. Then there are things that care about that sort of stuff. Do we upgrade this guy now? Golem takes 2. That takes 3, which I don't have. We do want to lock that in. And that takes 3 as well. Yeah, so we get extra slots as we go through. Okay, we can lock that guy in. What's this? Pest Doctor. Row active, give +1 to all in the same row. Huh. Does that give me more poison? Poison consumes 2 stacks on attack to give basically poison to the target. A poison to the target deals 1 damage to self per stack. Ignores defense. Poison reduced after 1 after dealing damage. So there are poison builds and stuff that you can kind of mess around with, and that's kind of interesting. I guess I'll reroll again, see what else we can get, because I don't think I'll buy anything. And Warlord, when something dies, or when the Warlord dies, summon one of these guys. That's kind of a very sticky minion, and I like the sticky minions. I might actually put that in the build. We'll think about it. Let's go and fight. My knight is getting buffs though. Hopefully he'll be like super strong later, but I'll have to think about that. I need to get him stronger later as well. Because, I mean, this cleric is just going to do his job of buffing this guy. So this guy deals damage without actually taking hits, which is kind of annoying. Right? And I'm going to lose to this guy because the amount of damage he can do. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually really enjoying this game. I mean, it kind of scratches that itch of just like those sort of games that I kind of enjoy. Ooh, give 3 health, or just gain 1. Actually, gaining 1 is 3 gold. That's actually quite a lot of gold. But no, we want Super Knight. We probably won't get Knights anymore, which is going to be a problem. But don't want to get that. I'd rather get... Actually, I kind of do want to get that. I want the upgrade, so... I can't put anything into it, so it's kind of annoying. Cleric, we're on the bench. I got no more gold, so I guess we're going to take a fight and lose. But you can kind of see all the strategic depth that you have. So this Guardian basically gives armor. This guy, anything that's summoned, will get an attack, which I probably swap these guys over. This gets armor as well. You can kind of see the stuff all kind of like combines together, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to try and figure out like what the best strategies are, how do you want to apply stuff, what the best course of action is, and yeah, after a while, on certain turns, you get the poison applying to everything, which will just deal more and more poison damage. So. Okay, we lost on that one as well. But yeah, I am kind of enjoying this game. And it was one of those ones where, I mean, I saw it before, but I managed to get a access to this as well. It's in a random thingy for 3. Let's do that. The king. If there's no one there, summon that. Okay. So I want to put this here and swap those over. So let's swap those over, shall we? And then the king should kind of go here, I guess. So we got a defensive row here. And this is kind of like the support buff row that will just kind of survive. And they'll keep getting HP. No, that's going to go here to make sure that those get HP. And that guy gets HP. Yeah. Supporters, and then these guys are kind of like the tanks and stuff. And this is like other damage dealer stuff, I think. Yeah. Maybe. So I guess this guy's off the table. Don't care about that. This guy can get more upgrades, so we'll buy him and his friend. Get the rerolls going in. Oh, no. More attack, more gold. Let's take the attack. Let's spread the attack out a little bit. Reroll here. So we can lock that and that in. Do one more reroll. Don't want the other two. We have a Skelly. I don't have any gold though, but I guess you're going down because you'll upgrade that. And then we'll go and fight. But yeah, I can really see the effort and charm, especially in like the background as well. Like there's so much more moving parts, and really goes to that sort of pixel style, which is I know I've got like a soft spot in my heart for a game like this. And yeah, hence why I kind of wanted to do a bit more justice than me just doing just a simple quick look, right? I want to sit there and be like, you know what? Let's really show off kind of like what the game is capable of and like what things are. And maybe we'll kind of just set up some random builds and do stupid stuff again. See if we can get stuff to actually work, because I need to focus on some strategies and things and like learn how to play this game. When an ally dies, deal with 2 damage to it. Ooh. Skeleton. Replace a hero of the highest in the shop with a new rarity or higher. Let's do that. The drummer start battle give +2 to the first in each row. That's a really good buff. Right? Right, even keep beats up the cleric and that. But what do we want to get rid of that isn't a high level? I guess this guy for now. Sell. In you come, drummer. So he's going to buff all the guys in the first row, isn't he? Is that a good sign? Maybe not, but we're going to go with it. Keep you locked, don't care about you. Ally sold, gain stats. Chieftain, interesting. I would like the slime, to be honest, as well. You really would like the slime. Do I actually get rid of this? Or, no, we get rid of the brawler now, actually. I'm not going to put in the slime. I think that is the way to go. We keep that locked in. We'll roll again. So we get more slimes. Another adventurer. We'll take that and lock that in. And another drummer. And they got necromancer. If it wasn't a skeleton, get some more skeletons. So we've got stuff on ally dies stuff. That's going to be fairly interesting. Let's do one fight. We've got 1 more life left. Will we survive? And there is, because you can see what you're fighting, there is strategy behind it, right? So there is a reason for you to kind of like go a particular route compared to others. Ooh, just see myself in the chat. And I think there is a reason for you to think about eliminating a row as quickly as possible, right? Like trying to deal as much damage to remove them as fast as you can do. That's gonna kill that, yeah. So like having something like really big just be like the first hit is kind of really important. So we're gonna try this again because I am having fun, and once we get to like level 10 we can do rank play. So yeah. So what do we want to start with? I guess a slug is always good.
Don't call me slow.
Next up, I guess we're going to put a skeleton in as well. And I would like a knight, but I think that's a little bit too much, so we'll reroll those. We'll buy that again. I'm going to put another slug in.
Don't call me slow.
Yep, just call me slow. We're like a warrior, or a knight, but I think we want to go this route. There we go. First win. Nice and easy. I think the slugs earlier are overpowered, and I think like having them separated out is actually kind of a good idea in some cases because of it. Right? Oh, we need to upgrade more if you want to have more, so we'll do that. Put you in. And then we'll do... Do we want this guy in as well? I think we do. Put him down. Do we take another reroll? We take another reroll, see what we can lock in. And ally summoned. Give them +1 attack. Brawler. I'm going to lock that in. I would like to buy that if I can, maybe. I've got 2 of them. Because I want to see if they actually trigger off the things dying. Early massive skeleton, really big deal. Okay. So there is reason to combine early then. So let's do that. Level up. Gain gold, get the freeze, or just get health and stuff bonuses. Oh, let's take the gold. Take the gold for now. Where head hurts. Take this guy, put you in the middle, because we'd rather have you. Brawler is more of a support style. So put that in there. Do a reroll. It hurts. Deal damage randomly. Interesting. We can do this guy. So he gets another bonus and buffs. Remove debuff, extra HP. Can I buff this minion and then buy it? No, that's disappointing. I would like to be able to do that. Oh well. This guy can go down then. He'll actually get bonuses from the attack on this guy. And then we get to do some more rerolls. Now, don't care about dealing damage to myself. We can get the bonus to that, doing the reroll. Ooh. A cleric could be interesting to give a bonus to this guy here. And we've got nothing else, so we'll hold on to that, do one more reroll. Ooh, and the slug, we'll hold on to that because we get the buff for the slug and the mercenary. Yeah, we'll hold on to those. Let's see what we can do. I know that gets taken out straight away. Man, I lost that real quickly. I really am trying to think on like what the best course of action is. Do you guys just focus on one thing, or do you buff up like loads of little things? And yeah, I think it's just best to focus on like the ones you actually want to get up, right? Up to that higher level. It's like force the rerolls early, get as much you can do. Slime. Yep. Oh, and the extra hero slot. Can I buy the slime with the hero slot? No. So we'd have to sell something. But I want to keep this in the build still. Right? This is good because of the fact that if anything, ally ahead gets hurt, like they're going to take more and more damage. And deal, later become like a powerhouse and attack. Although it doesn't really have much health, so I need this for the health as well. I guess we're going to lock those in, accept the loss, get that level, and we'll roll this to see what we get as well. Ooh. And I guess we're buying all that stuff. Yeah, I shouldn't have enough things, and this guy doesn't have enough health to survive any of it, so we're taking lots of hits, but... Interesting, we shall say. We'll buy the level. And then... Cleric. So I want to swap these over. Put you behind here. You can go here. I think... No, that doesn't work in the way... Oh, no, I think it does. And then just by the level there, take the reroll to see what we need to hold on to. Lock that in. Start turn. On the same row. I guess that can be good. Go with these two here and then keep the slime and stuff. Mercenary can go there. Swap that guy around. Swap that guy around. And then I want this guy to survive a little bit more. Could go Guardian. Maniac would be interesting. Someone's already got like a full setup. Like I feel like I always do the same thing with auto battlers. I always end up like re-rolling a lot to get like particular type of units and never get them and end up being like, why am I terrible at this? You know? That's fine if it is the case. Like I can always be an idiot. I will learn. Eventually I will be good at the game. Eventually. You know, I can play awful and terribly at all sorts of things. Doesn't mean we'll get that as a level up. Yeah, give me another higher level hero. Sold. Interesting. Buy this guy. Do you want this? No, not really. Not for selling. We're a bit too late for that. Ooh, you can go there and there. I'm going to reroll again. I was thinking adventurer. And I could fit him in if I had the level up, but we're not going to. We're going to reroll. Try and get, like, the cleric will do. So these, like, these should get the buff. Plus 2 health. Give it to you. End of turn. 1 below, so that gives him the health all the time. I think this is what we want to go with for now. Yeah. And we're fine. So he gets more bonuses. Hey, I've got my 1 crown, which I'm doing terribly at. Had a far better game in the first one when I didn't know what I was doing. Now I know you know, it's always the usual thing. Once you think you know what you're doing, you do terrible at it. So this is the advantage of, like, when you essentially don't have anything you're facing off against. Because you start dealing damage without actually having to do anything. But we took poison damage and lost. Fine, we'll do one more. But yeah, I'm generally enjoying this game. As far as it goes, you get default decks or deck styles which you can build, and you basically face off against people with the same deck requirement, which you can then build and change up. So I can start building this, unlock these with keys or something to pick up particular things, and go, okay, I want these particular things unlocked, and then go and basically build around an idea particularly. For now though, we're just going to stick with not doing that, and just kind of show the basics of what the game's kind of all about, really. So, I have been struggling early, and I would like to get stuff that is going to do well. So we're going to buy some decent stuff. So we're going to buy that, and I'm going to buy a skeleton. I need to do that. And then I'm going to buy the mushroom, because that's going to buff something. Random. Okay, go ahead, went to the slug. Guess that isn't bad, really. And then we're going to fight. So the mistake I think here is, like, I think you always need to at least have one in each lane to start with, because that means, like, your things can attack without dealing damage back to them. Next up, I think we open up, and we just keep doing this, where I buy stuff just to fill spaces. So I think having more units is better early.
Don't call me slow.
Right? At least I think so. So I think by having more units means you get more attacks in, and you can do more. We just lost out on here, I think, by the looks of it. No, we won. That's the other thing as well, is poison starts from top to bottom. So I won there because my thing didn't take poison damage yet, which was kind of nice. So I'm going to level that up. We're going to put that guy there, level up again, put this guy down. So now when he's bought, he'll give health to something else. We'll re-roll. I do not get a skeleton, but I could do. So now we can do that, get that in. And it's giving buffs to all sorts of other places. I'm going to lock in that skeleton, I think. No, maybe I won't. And we'll just fight off. So we got someone with a big guy at the back there, which is something I don't really want to give him the chance for him to start attacking lots of things. So we're going to swap my team up a little bit here and swap those around. I'm going to put one here to make sure that we have attacks. So you can see what the plan is for who I'm facing off against, which apparently is myself. An old version of me with a better build, which I do like that. It's just not many people in the closed test demo at the moment, so I have to bear with that, but yeah. Oh, really? I just, like, took lots of things taking hits already. Yeah, so this guy's going to pretty much destroy my entire group. I really buffed him up on that old run. But you can see you basically face off against, like, your own guys later down the line. Cleric, interesting, but not what we want to be doing. We want to be going for, like, things that die and then regen. So, ooh, slime. I'll put that in. I'm going to put that down there and do that again. I think that's a good idea. We get a level up and give something more attack. No, I'll take the gold actually. I was thinking like going attack builds and stuff like that, but I feel like there are limitations to that. I'm going to keep those down because I'd rather get the level up and then chuck them in after. Ooh, I got unspent coins, 2 of them. Getting rid of the skeleton, is that a good idea? No, because I'd upgrade and I wouldn't be able to do much. Okay, fine, we're buying this now to get the upgrade there. Oh, carry on. Well, not really an upgrade, but you know. So you can see the skeletons always try and target like the weakest thing. I don't really have much, but I have lots of enemies that I end up generating, so lots of little stuff. Although we are losing to the night build we made earlier. I just want something that kind of like when something dies, it triggers the effects. So let's upgrade this guy. Very nice. Give poison. No, 2 gold, please. And swap you over there. Now, I want to see, because I got 1 upgrade on there. If I put this in here, we get the level up. 3 life now, take 2 gold. Doesn't trigger its ability again. It's okay, so that's the one thing that's... I guess it's not that bad, or is it bad? Not about that. Ooh, another slug. And a slime. I guess we go super slug. We have our super slug. We can gain 1 more gold, or we can just go attack and health. We'll give some attack and health to this guy. I think that's a good idea. We're going to put in another slime, because that's going to be kind of useful. I'm going to weaken stuff first. So you're going at the back, you're going at the front, you're going there. You can go there for now. And ally summon, give them attack. I like those things. That's what we wanted. That's something. So when stuff gets summoned, they'll get more attack and stuff. Warlord. When it dies, it summons one of those. At a level. And leveling them up just gives more times when they die. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, let's put a warlord in, why not? Oh, I need to upgrade myself. And I can't buy that now. Genius. Well, I can buy this guy.
Cry some more.
End turn, 1 lower. Oh yeah, birthday sugar. Sort that guy up, and then start. Try and min-max as much of our money as I can. Buff the guys we need to and stuff. Someone else gone for the same build. The warrior is still there. He gets more attack. More attack I don't think is necessarily good if you're taking 3 hits all the time. Which is what happened there. And I've still got like stuff that will survive, so yeah. Interesting. So I'm going to sell you. You're going to go in. Come on, I've already upgraded you. Like, go in. Very nice. We're going to buy that to go there. We're going to upgrade him. And then I think we get the upgrade there. So that's another upgrade to level 2. I think that's what I'm doing the most. I'm missing out on like lots of different upgrades and stuff. Because I'm not kind of like carrying the stuff across, right? I got more upgrades from there from just being able to do that repeatedly. Gain a random free here. Right, let's do that. What do we get? Start a turn, give everything HP. Interesting. I might just sell you. You can go there. Put you at the front. I'm going to lock that in, I think so, with like another one. We'll reroll again. Another slime. Very nice. When ally dies, gain attack on that on scout. I would like the scout. The scout is kind of what I was looking for as well. And I have nothing else I can actually purchase at the moment or use. So I've only used all my stuff up. This is very interesting as a build, I think. Having lots of small stuff that just kind of rebuild themselves over time, right? My big slug here might be actually the thing that kind of saves me, right? Oh no, he takes the hit. I take a hit first and die. Okay, so you want the good stuff to be at the top, if you can. Okay, fair enough. I learned from my mistakes. So buy that in, that goes in. We are going to get rid of the skeleton. I'm probably going to get rid of a mushroom as well. To put that down. Put that down as well. Put this guy here. We'll get the buffs. It do take a little bit of a time to speed up the animations on that. And row active, give all that. Let's reroll. You get something else that on enemy dying after attack. No, don't care. Reroll again. Sold. No, no, no. Reroll again. Ooh, another slug. Could we do with another slug? Or in the scout? We want the scout anyway, because upgrading the scout would be a good idea. Another slug. I mean, I already get the slugs from these guys anyway, but I would be selling this to put it in. I'm going to sell that and put it in.
Don't call me slow.
And then we can upgrade that to at least get the level 2 prepared. There we go. Let's fight. So this will get +1/+1 for every time something dies, and have you not noticed my team, a lot of stuff die, so this guy is just going to gain stats consistently. Don't know if these are permanent or they gain them in the fights. He's got poison on him, which is not great. So we got my big chunky boys here. I probably should keep this guy behind the big chunky boys, like in one particular row. Which could be a good idea. Just to make sure that they all kind of like survive. Very interesting. This guy's going to be a problem to deal with. I don't think I can actually beat this guy. Because all my stuff dies in the poison. Ooh, no. Ah, I just lost that because I don't attack first. That's annoying. Zombie gets hurt. Nope, scout gets a level up. Let's take that. Gain more attack and health. We'll give it straight to the scout this time round. We want to buff this guy as much as possible. If we can. Wizard, porcupine, cleric. Interesting. Roll again. Nothing here I want. So I would like more of those if I can. You get a level up. Very nice. To a higher level. Let's give you the protection. 4 protection is pretty good. And then we'll reroll once more just to make sure what else we can get. End of turn. Give the enemy... lock that in, I think. Okay, now we've got to do some restructuring. I think we put that there. That... No. Yeah. No. That there. That guy can stay there. These two can stay here. No. Put you in the middle, I think. And it summons a thing, so swap those over. Maybe that's slightly better. Playing around in my last life, see how many I can do. Just one-shot my guy straight away. Man, that's got quite a lot of investment, though. And so's that guy, pretty much. So, like, this should deal with this row now. And this guy's just getting buff and buff and buff. There's no sort of weird poison stuff coming out. He's getting more attacks, although they're taking hits as well. Come on, poison. Deal with my stuff. Prevents the poison. That's really good, actually. There we go! Another win! We didn't just lose. Happy with that. Zombie, interesting. By this guy, reroll. What we got here? Before attack. Nope, we can buy a slime. So we can get another one of those. Get another level up. Give me a random free one. Proactive, give poison to all that stuff. Now you get sold. We'd love to keep you, but you don't. You can go in, though. Do we have anything else that's better? Ally dies, deal... Ooh, Ranger. This really helps out the build. I think. I'm going to keep you there. We'll reroll once more. Just in case we survive. Again, keep you. And we're going to see what we can do. Yeah. In this case, I think we sacrifice the top row. Maybe. No. You do 2 summons, don't you? No, you do 2 summon. 3 you summon. So I'm not really using this properly then, basically, is what it's saying. Interesting. I still think it's better to put it there and just have all these stuff here. Use this guy at the front. Hit him with the slug so he's bigger, so he at least protects that. Keep those 2. That does 2 summons. So swap those over. That summons 1 at level 2. That goes to 3. Okay. We'll give it a go. So my archer, ally dies, will to keep doing 2 damage to a random enemy 1 time every time something dies. So he's basically chipping away at them. Which is kind of nice because that's extra damage, right? So that summons 2 more, which then they will die, and the archer keeps going. This guy's pretty big, so... Not as big as their guy, though. Oh, really? My archer died. I'm disappointed on that. See, this is the advantage of having more rows available, though. That's the only reason I won that, is I had just more stuff on the board in the end. You get the level up. Ranger. King. Ally summoned. This is actually better than these, so we're going to trade out the small one. And the big one. I think. To put this in.
Kneel before me.
That's right, kneel before me. So we lost a thing, but now we got the king, so... There was better reasoning for the king there. As stuff gets more attacks and stuff, and... Really? You're attacking that guy? That's so annoying. The good news is, like, these are getting quite a good amount from the king's bonuses. Like, that's just 3 in that lane instantly. That's just... yeah. Oh no, my archer got taken out. So this guy takes poison. This doesn't have poison. And now these guys will actually, like, continuously hit them as well, doing some damage. Issue here is this isn't in the front row, so until this dies, it doesn't actually do anything. I think this just dies to poison, right? Not a bad build. I think we got something on here. So you can at least exist in here now. We'll swap you over. So we have that build going. Let's reroll here. Do we have another king? No. Reroll again. Ooh. Ally bought. Give them that. Interesting. I had dies revive them. I don't really want to revive them though. Zombie. Ooh, Ranger. That's a really good level up for me. 5 health to... Actually, the Ranger could be a good idea to give the health to. Because he's going to start stacking more and more, which would be a lot more useful. Start a battle, that could be interesting, but... No, I guess we'll then fight with this. See how this goes. They have also got a Lord of the Forest there, which is going to be very hard to deal with. Although you lose the slime value, which, yeah, learning all this stuff is really difficult. He triggered that again. But now he's out. This archer and combo is actually really good. I did not think I would get to this sort of point. Yeah, get you. By you, I guess. And then we'll re-roll, because we don't want anything else. Ally dies if it was not a skeleton, summon a skeleton. Okay, that's a little bit too much, although it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I really want that right now. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see if we survive. We're at 7 at the moment. No, not the king. He died. Well, most of my DPS actually comes from this guy anyway. Really? Is that Thorns that killed him? That's terrible. That's really bad. Does the block just block the whole thing? Is that what's happening here? The issue is this will deal damage, and I can't strike anything else. And they've got the Necromancer, so I just take damage from this guy and lose. Yeah. That was a shame. That was a really good build, though. I enjoyed that. Especially for a last one on there. Give something else. But yeah, this has been a quick look at Tiny Auto Knights. I'm really interested in this game, and yeah, it has kind of a nice aesthetic as well. Although I think some of the music in the background is having some glitches, so I'll probably pass it on as well in some of the fights. But yeah, again, if you do kind of like the idea of this game, it's on Steam. I'll probably drop a link in the comment for its Steam page as well, where you can wishlist it at the moment and see if you can get into the closed demo test at the moment. But again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.